Get your never simping clothing and merchandise now.
What's going on, you guys? Master Teacher of Attraction, owner of the Never Simping brand, clothing and merchandise. You can go and purchase yours by going to the community tab on YouTube and go into our Teespring store or go into our Linktree link, and you'll have access to the merchandise and clothing there. That way you can rep. Alright, so this one is going to be titled Your Wife, Girlfriend, or Woman Studies You When You're Asleep. I remember having a dream that the girl I was with at the time was looking at me from a third person perspective. Some way I can feel the jealousy she felt towards me, looking at me as she folded her arms with anguish as I slept in deep slumber. Not too long after that, she began to get out of line with me, and she let something slip out of her mouth that I've never heard before or never heard come out of a woman's mouth towards me. You know, I could just end your life with a knife in your sleep, 'cause I'd be watching you. Of course, I had to paraphrase this so I wouldn't let this negative thought sit on my mind and hold on to that. But that was along the lines of what she said. When you got to understand that not only women, but living creatures as a whole project onto their environment and onto other living creatures how they feel inside. Society has taught women to think they need to change everything about themselves. And what this has produced is insecurity, being a feminine woman in the eyes of man that is masculine. From her virgin perception. This was all a part of society's plan to reverse the psychology of the people they sought to govern or control to extract money out of them, which is the women. Over 70% of the economy is ran by extracting money out of women. That's why you have your magazines, that's why you have makeup, all of these things that don't add to a woman practically. That's why when you look at or into a mall, or just by going into Walmart, most of the clothing section is women's clothing, and the men's and kids section is so small. So when you have a little girl that grows up in the world thinking that she is not anything and isn't taught the power of her femininity, you create an emptiness within her. She will naturally seek to fill that emptiness, since her natural energy is yin or feminine, which is relatable to darkness or chaos. She would naturally seek the guidance of masculine essence of a man, but since certain groups of white people wanted to take the presence out of the households to fulfill their emptiness inside themselves that ran on fear, she was then turned against men, since women perceive the world through feeling and externally. That's why when you see women competing with men, especially in black women, when it comes to masculine pursuits or endeavors or resources. But what they soon come to realize is that they were bamboozled into a lie, because society gave her a lie to make money off of her through capitalism. Pretty much by the point of age she gets up to, usually around 30s or 40s, she realized what the game that was played onto her. And the point, she is soulless and hardened to even understand what femininity is, and has damaged her womb through riding on the phallus carousel all her life, trying to
I'm
be
just
like a
trying to
man
find
and find
myself,
herself.
you know?
Most of the women you encounter will study in your sleep, trying to understand what makes you better than them from their perception, because they feel inferior to you. But when you understand and look at the yin and yang symbol, you will see that both energies with the two dots inside each one of all them come together as one to create the universe or God or harmony. A masculine man will always be better than a woman at doing masculine things. A feminine woman will always be better at doing feminine things compared to a man. Our ancestors never competed gender-wise, but always came together under structure that brought balance and order through the masculine principle to allow the feminine principle to flow and add in 10 times the masculine principle's creativity. Most women on your journey as a man will be trying to compete with you subconsciously, because that's what they were brought up to do. And we're talking societal wise. That's why she studies you and watches you with jealousy while you sleep. Then wake up in the morning and hand you poison-filled tap water in the morning with a "I love you." Most women are of the society and machines, not human. I will break this down in a future lesson. Peace.